Still runs fairly well. We actually had our main deck heat waves pay off pretty well last game. So round 2, looks like we're playing against the Blood player, so this could be a pretty rough matchup. Go ahead and play first, of course. Give him a GLHF. I guess this is okay. We'll keep this. It's not great for a Blood matchup, but we'll open up with an Arcane Focus here. Hopefully we can get a 2-drop to play here. Subterranean Spy, that's okay. I do need this resource, though, a little bit more, so I'm actually going to pick up that resource. I do need to make sure I have resources in this deck, so that's kind of a big deal. Now, if he drops the turn 3 Vampire Princess, that could be an issue here. Because I do have a counterspell in hand, but it's not horrible. We'll go in Arcane Focus again. I expect that he's got Inquisition, but we'll go ahead and pick up Reese anyways, because if he doesn't have it, then, I mean, if he has it, that's fine, he takes my Reese, but if he doesn't have it, then I get to bury Reese, so that's probably better. Ooh, yes! Sweet, he didn't have it. That's very lucky for us. He didn't have the Inquisition. I'd rather, yeah, definitely rather he play the Exarch there. We'll go ahead and bury Reese. Play Shard of Innovation for Sapphire. We actually don't need, actually we do need 2 Ruby, so we're going to play this for Ruby. And then next turn we'll have Sapphire up, so we'll have Counter Magic ready. However, we may just go straight in on the Eldritch Streamer and force him to start having to deal with that. Taking 1 damage off the Exarch here, it's not a big deal. He's got 6 cards in hand. That's quite a lot for us to have to worry about, but you know, it's not too bad. Vampire Princess, we are worried about that a little bit. We don't really have a good answer for that right now. It could take our Counter Magic, which could be a problem. I could go Duplicitous here. I'm just going to go ahead and go Eldritch Streamer, so if he doesn't deal with the Eldritch Streamer, then I can Duplicitous Duke it next turn, and that seems like a fairly strong play to me. We could have played the Mentalist first, but yeah, it's fine. It swings with the Vampire Princess, then it could get our Counter Magic, which is a little bit of an issue. That does kind of stink for us, having to lose Counter Magic to Vampire Princess here, so we'll see if... I'm guessing, yeah, they're both coming at me. I'm going to go ahead and take the damage, and then I'll swing back with Eldritch Dreamer next turn and draw that card. Let's hope he doesn't hit our Counter Magic. He doesn't hit our Counter Magic, so 1 in 4 chance we came out. Good odds there. Now, he may be able to drop a Vampire King. No, he doesn't have the 4th resource he needs here, so he drops another Vampire Princess. This Counter Magic's looking worse and worse in my hand. Every turn it looks worse. We'll go ahead and play that for another Sapphire here. I'm going to go ahead and Duplicitous here. Actually, I could just... I can counter the next play. He'll probably swing first. I could play this. Let's go ahead and see what we draw into. Let's go ahead and do that first. He doesn't have any... If he had something to kill my Eldritch Streamer, he probably would have done it. I do want to play Duplicitous next turn and then swing with Eldritch Streamer. There's a Time Ripple. That's reasonably good, so we can at least Time Ripple one of them. We can go ahead and bury Hypnoscientist and still Time Ripple, so we'll go ahead and do that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Now it does make it a lot easier for him to get to my Eldritch Streamer, but at least we're like kind of tied on. Well, we aren't really tied on damage because he gets to heal every turn, so he's actually pretty far ahead on damage here. We do have Reese coming down pretty soon. He may have Extinction he's holding on to. He's going to go ahead and draw a card. That's fine. Swings through with the house, of course. We'll go ahead and Time Ripple here. Time Ripple one of his Vampire Princesses, of course. We don't really want to Time Ripple the Exarch of the Egg. That would be a bad day for us. But we get to Duplicitous Duke and then make 2 Eldritch Streamers and swing through with lots of damage next turn, which seems fairly relevant to me. So it hits my Mentalist, luckily not hitting the Counter Magic still. Ventio hitting the table, that's kind of an annoyance, so hopefully that won't be enough of an issue. We can go in. I do want to Duplicitous here. I do want to Buccaneer his guy, but I think I could... If I Buccaneer, he can't really replay him. I give him more... Let's see, do I give him more guys or not? I think I just want to Duplicitous and just push that damage through. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll give him one activation on Fentio, so that way I can try to get enough damage through and close out this game. He can't really kill anything here, and getting those 2 Eldritch Streamers in every turn for 6 damage and drawing 2 cards is a pretty sick little combo there. Plus we get Reese next turn. It's just a lot that he's going to have to deal with. So I feel like that's a fairly solid play to make. It's also more stuff that he'll have to hit with the Vampire Princess. There's another Reese. So at this point I'm going to hold on to my Ruby Shard because it's more chance for the Vampire Princess to hit it. I don't really want to play the... I guess I could have played it to get that Rock Elemental, but I feel like I want to stay here, and then that way I can Buccaneer, and I'll have Counter Magic for Fentio if he can replay him. But yeah, there's less chance of him hitting our Counter Magic now. Let's see. Swings in, we're still taking damage, but I mean 6 damage a turn, he's dealing 3, so we're kind of tight on damage, but he's ahead. We do have Reese coming down next turn and Hypnoscientist to stop one of those blockers. He knows, actually we have Fitness Scientist coming down a turn after that, but yeah, it seems pretty good right now. Plus we have Counter Magic if he kills our Reese, if he tries to kill our Reese, that is. He's going to go ahead and give Fentio Rest right now. That seems pretty reasonable considering how many cards I draw. Because if I happen to draw into one of those 3 Tarantula eggs, that could be really a bad day for me. Just going to go ahead and cock Tepidal's Thirst. Okay, nothing I can really do about that. That's a lot of damage for him. He's going to get in here, and he gets to draw a card off of it. You know, that's a really big Vampire Princess. He finally hits my Counter Magic, and so he can kill my Duplicitous Duke. He can also kill my Hypnoscientist. So our plan did not work, unfortunately. I still think I want to Buccaneer that Fentio. There's Azure Fate. Let's see, so play the Ruby Shard. I could go Azure Fate. Like get that damage in there. Let's see what we draw into, I guess. Actually, no, what we play Azure Fate here. Yeah, we play Azure Fate here. Because this way when Eldritch Streamer comes into play, it'll deal that extra damage that we need. So let's go ahead and do that now before combat. Deal that extra damage. I could have bounced his Fentio, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be just good enough. Now he can... Oh, I guess he can kill our Azure Fate here. Yeah, Vampiric Kiss. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal for him. So that may have been a mistake. That was probably a mistake for me. I think I have to throw a Rock Elemental now. Yeah, I guess I might as well. Let's go ahead and throw that Rock Elemental out there. I mean, I could have waited to play Mentalist. But this is less cards. I'm drawing cards, and those cards could easily have finished. So there's that one of those Tarantula eggs. We got a 4/4 in play, which is pretty good. Duplicitous Duke doesn't really do too much here. We can't really swing the threes because he'll just block with Exarch to kill it. Just gonna kill our Reese, sure. We didn't have counter for it anyways. We can bury another Reese here, which is less than optimal, but yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Now I could have used my Arcane Focus there as well, but I'm just hoping. I think I'd rather just get Reese online again. So he's pretty much got it with that Vampire Princess. I mean, I can bounce it once, but I don't know that I can really finish here. He's got another Vampire Princess in hand. It's looking pretty bad for me. This is kind of a pretty bad matchup anyways. I do get Mesmeric Hypnoscientist next turn, which is good. He's gonna go and swing through. I guess I take all the damage because he knows. He probably knows Hypnoscientist is coming down anyways. That's why he's doing that. So I'm gonna deal 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 16. I deal, looks like 16-ish damage. Hopefully we don't draw into one of those Tarantulas. And we have to Buccaneer his Vampire Princess here. Oh, Life Siphon for the win. Okay. Whew. Well, yeah, we know this is kind of a bad matchup-ish for us. So, let's see if I remember how to side against this. Alright, so we don't want the burns or the heat waves. I know that. We want Crackling Bolts. Hypnoscientist seems really good. Eldritch Dreamer seems really good. Let's go ahead and throw the gem on him. Make sure that we get that. Saturn Mind. Buccaneer seems okay. Yeah, we'll go with Buccaneer. And I don't know if I want Fisher-Smith exactly. It doesn't seem like that's going to be that relevant here. We could get Verdict or Counter Magic. Time Ripple is decent. Yeah, probably Time Ripple is actually really good here. So let's go with Time Ripple over the extra Counter Magic. Yeah, because basically I just want to tempo as much as possible. So that's probably the best game plan in this case, is just tempo as much as possible and try to get the damage in. We'll definitely go first here again. Ghoul Zen. Playing first, of course. And this is good, so we'll keep this. We actually get the early Subterranean Spy, which is nice. We'll go ahead and go... Ooh, he's mulling to 6, which is good for us. So we'll go ahead and play this for Sapphire. We need the early Sapphire. We've got one card that's double Ruby in the deck. So let's play that for Sapphire. And then we'll go ahead and go... Actually, we'll probably go Hypnoscientist. We'll just go all in on Hypnoscientist right off the bat. And there's our Azure-based Sorceress. Hopefully he doesn't draw into Vampire King, or even if he does, I guess I have Buccaneer for it, so it's not too bad for us. There's that Exarch of the Egg. Exarch of the Egg is pretty good. It's definitely a target I don't want to bounce. There's that Duplicitous Duke that we had last game that did a little bit of work. I'm gonna go ahead and go Subterranean Spy just to see what he's got. So we got Fentio we have to worry about. Subtle Striker's okay. We have an Extinction we're gonna have to play around, and a Vampire King. So we have to worry about a lot of things in his hand. Actually gonna write those down. Let's see. Well, it's his turn. So we have Striker, Vamp King, Fentio, and Extinction. And now he didn't draw really anything else. Okay. So sometimes it's good to do that, just jot down some notes when you're playing. So there's the Fentio we don't want to have to deal with, so I could bounce him right now, and then you replace him, gets a little bit more spiders. Or I could go Mentalist, and he can't kill my Mentalist, and then bounce next turn, give him the spiders. I guess that might be the line of play best, given what's in his hand. So we're going to go Mentalist here. Because I know he can't kill it unless he extinctions, and he's not going to want to extinction this board state. This way, next turn he'll probably play his Vampire King, and I can still bounce Fentio, or I can bounce Vampire King. He also has Killipede, which is a kind of another rough one to deal with. Yep, so there's the kill. That kind of changes things a little bit for us. Yep, throws Fentio. Put those. There's the Killipede. Swings with Exarch. We'll take the damage, of course. Oh, okay. All right. Because I'm training Spy. He has a kill in hand now, too. Write that down real quick. We're going to make it so Exarch can't block us. Now, he has Extinction here. Yeah, we can Buccaneer. I guess I Buccaneer push damage pretty much, so that way I can draw cards. And then he'll probably, he might Extinction here. I'd rather he Extinction Fentio than the other cards. So let's go and push that damage in. Lots of damage, draw 2 cards. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty good for us. Go ahead and play another Sapphire Shard. Go ahead and throw our Arcane Focus out to fix us a little bit. Time Ripple seems good here. Yeah, let's get the Time Ripple going. Just because I know he has Vampire King. And he has 2 targets for me to deal with the Time Ripple. I mean, the Azure Fate Sorceress's help as well. We know he has Extinction. This is probably a good time to Extinction. He probably activates Fentio and then Extinctions here, because if he doesn't, it's just a lot of damage I could possibly put through, especially with Duplicitous Duke. I could play Duplicitous Duke. I mean, he does have Kill. I mean, maybe I'll probably Buccaneer, maybe. I probably will Buccaneer his Exarch, honestly. And then just push damage. Extinction. He's got an Extinction here. I think he has to Extinction. Yeah, that's what I thought. Good. That's good for me. So we'll probably just go ahead and Duke to get the damage in, to get the 2 damage in here. Could also do some stuff in his end stuff. So he has Kill. I'm gonna draw out the Kill. If I play Eldritch Streamer, he'll have to kill it. I can't play Duke anyways. That's really not an option. I can end step play Azure Fate, but he can kill in response. So I think we just play Eldritch Streamer just to force out the kill here. He has to kill in response to the Eldritch Streamer in this next turn. So we know he still has Vampire King and Subtle Striker in hand. Yep, thought so. He could have waited till my turn, but he doesn't really want to because I could have Counter Magic. Ooh, there's Reese is kind of slow at this point in the game. So I can end step Azure Fate into Duplicitous Duke, and that might win. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to wait for his end step, and we'll end step Azure Fate, or in response to him trying to make us discard, we'll Azure Fate, and then, well, I guess we still can't play Duplicitous, but we can play, like, Buccaneer. If he plays a block. If he plays his Vampire King here, okay, he plays his Subtle Striker, that's fine. I'm fine with Subtle Striker here. Plays the Vampire Princess, I'm fine because I can bounce it with a Buccaneer. So that's fine, you can resolve that, and we'll go ahead and just play our Azure Fate Sorceress now. So I can bounce the Vampire Princess. And deal 2. Another Buccaneer, that's good. So yeah, let's just bounce that Vampire Princess to get the extra 2 damage in. Now if he has another Extinction, we're kind of in not a great spot here. So we need to get that Ruby Shard. And we're in a good spot where we could play the Rock Elemental maybe next turn, possibly. Although we can't use our champion power because of Subtle Striker, but if I really want to, I can just bounce him. I can play Duplicitous next turn if I'm open, and I can just Duplicitous Azure Fate Sorceress. Okay, Vampire King, that's fine. What do we do here? So if I play Duplicitous, I get 2 damage, and then I copy Azure Fate Sorceress, comes into play, deals 4 more damage, which is 6 damage. So that's 2. Oh, Oh, no, 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 Tarantula. Oh, no. Man, that just... Oh, I could have time rippled. Oh, man. Ugh, huge play mistake there. I guess I Buccaneer and... Buccaneer Vampire King. And play Reese. I guess that's the play here. I could have saved my Azure Face Sorceress with Time Ripple, and that would have been the play there. So what happens when I click through things and don't look at options quickly enough. I don't know that he's going to swing with his Tarantulas. Feels like he's in kind of a bad situation to do that. We can duplicitous inevitably. Oh. I guess I'm discarding both my Time Ripple and my duplicitous Duke here. Well, now I'm really in a bad board state. I really needed the duplicitous to just Buccaneer things every turn. That would have been nice. But unfortunately that didn't happen for us. So he may have the game here. Biggest play mistake was probably the Time Ripple. It's kind of a huge play mistake there. We can swing and Crackling Bolt to finish off Tarantula. Or I could kill the Subtle Striker. Or actually, yeah, that seems okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and swing through. And we can kill the Tarantula and then still activate our champion power, and hopefully we'll have an actual troop on the board at the end of this exchange. Alright, that's fine. I still get a Tarantula out of it. So, he's at 5. He can replay his Vampire King. Board state looks amazing for Gul'zen right now. I don't know that I can do anything at this point in the game. He's going to start gaining life off the Vampire King. I don't have answers for Vampire King. It's gone. The game's gone too late for me to hope to do something, I think, at this point. There's another Crackling Bolt. So I can kill the Vampire King if he blocks. If not, I get to activate and get a champion power thing. I mean, it's a 2-for-1 for Vampire King, but if he doesn't block, then I just win. He doesn't block. Alright, I guess I'll Crackling Bolt for the win. That was kind of a huge play mistake for him there. He should have blocked. He needed to block Subtle Striker and then let me have my champion power. That's what he really needed to do there. So really lucky on game 2 there. That really came down to it, obviously. Not really any changes to make. Let's go ahead and make sure our guys are gemmed properly, just to make sure one more time. And I don't think there's going to be any changes. We'll go ahead and save and just press on with this blood matchup for us. Hopefully we keep drawing well. He did mull to 6 in that game and still really made things difficult. He could have actually, probably would have finished that game and won if he didn't make that one last play mistake. Of course, I made a play mistake with my Time Ripple as well. We'll go ahead and keep this, and we'll do the same thing. We'll go ahead and go Sapphire with our Shard of Innovation, opening up with Sapphire here. We get a Subterranean Spy. So I'm going to go Sapphire. So turn 2 Subterranean Spy. No mulligan for Gul'zen this time. Plays the early Exarch. He's pulled Exarch the last couple of times. I'm not too worried about Exarch damage, so I'm just going to take it. Or even having to deal with the extra spiders. We're just going to bury the Subterranean Spy and see what he's got in hand. So it looks like we've got to deal with the Killipede is kind of a big deal. Subtle Striker, and then Fentio is also a huge deal. Fentio is a massive problem for us that we will have to deal with when he drops him right now. So we can basically, we're probably just gonna Let's see. I think I just want to Buccaneer him away first. Yeah, we'll just Buccaneer him. That feels like that's a good choice here. Oh, Spiderling Egg right away, and Elder Streamer. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna Buccaneer the Fentio. Just get him out of there. We could play this Cerulean Mentalist first, but I guess he just replays Fentio if we do that. Or he could play a Killipede also. Giving him one activation, is that okay? I guess it's okay. It's okay if I play Mentalist. He can't kill my Mentalist, so we'll go ahead and play the Mentalist here. Mentalist can't. I mean, I'm taking two points of damage now. At least I get to draw cards. Of course, drawing cards is great. Into an Inquisition, and that is going to get rid of the Buccaneer or the Time Ripple here. Or maybe the Eldritch Streamer. Eldritch Streamer, probably not. He's probably not too worried about Eldritch Streamer. He's probably going to get rid of Buccaneer. If I was to get rid of something, I probably would hit the Buccaneer. If I was him, yeah. Oh, he chooses the Eldritch Streamer, which is okay. Interesting choice, I guess. There's a Vampire Princess, so we've got, let's see, Princess. We've got, what is that thing called? It's called a Killipede. Killipede. Write those things down while I've got information, you know? You gotta take that information, use it to our advantage. Yep, Subterranean Spies, fine. Play this for Ruby, I guess, or Sapphire. I thought I was play for Sapphire, that's fine. And then we'll Buccaneer his Fentio away. Push some damage with Subterranean Spy. Let's see if he's going to make the trade. I could just Crackling Bolt his thing, but that's fine. He doesn't want me to draw cards, so he should probably make this trade. Oh, wow. He wants me to draw my cards. He's fairly confident he's going to get spiders if I draw cards. Well, I guess that's fine with me. Killipede, sure. We'll just bounce it away. Just bounce it with a Time Ripple. Take the 1 point of damage, sure. So yeah, I'm gonna burn this guy just so I don't have to worry about him anymore. Time Ripple his Killipede and push some damage here. He does have a Vampire Princess in hand as well, but we have Time Ripple to kind of deal with that, so I'm not too worried. Drawing more cards, getting those Eldritch Streamers online. Another Mentalist as well. 9 health on Cranach. I think he defends here. He kind of has to defend. Plays the Vampire Princess, which we're just going to bounce. Push damage. Push damage right through it. Yeah, we'll just bounce that Vampire Princess. I'm going to hold on to Elder Streamer in case he sweeps. Let's just push that damage. We can play Mentalist in our second main phase here. Board state looks really good unless he draws an Extinction. We know he didn't. Last time we looked at his hand, he doesn't have Extinction in hand. Most of what he has is just troops, which we just keep bouncing anyways. Could make some trades here. He could double block here. Actually, I probably should have played the Mentalist first, so that way he could have gotten the card draw off the other Mentalist. He's gonna chump block, and he's trading his Subtle Striker here and killing the Mentalist. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to play Mentalist, and that tells me he just doesn't have Extinction if he's making blocks like that he has to make. So hopefully we get a good draw. Nice big troop. Oh, a 2-2, of course. Not the best, but... Vampire Princess. So we kind of have to just keep pushing in damage. Let's see. We got another Mentalist. I think I'd play Elder Streamer and just sit on board state here for a turn. Or I could play Hypnoscientist and just push damage, rather. I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, we'll just go straight in on this guy. Just play him. So that way he can't block with his Vamp Princess. No longer, he can't block if this guy enters play. Yep, so that way I can get another 6 damage through and draw some cards. We do have spiders in the deck, so that could work against us here, but we're drawing 2 cards here. Off of this. 2, and there we go. Crackling Bolt for the win. Seems pretty good. So, pretty lucky game, especially game 2. He probably could have had that game if he had just made a block and given up his Vampire King. But this game 3, like, yeah, it just came down to a lot of tempo work and him not having Extinction. If he had Extinction, probably in that last turn, then I would have had some, I would have had to fight through some stuff. But, yep, pretty good. Can't complain. 2-0 for the day so far. Stay tuned for more games, because as long as I keep winning, I keep playing. So,